The weight for the arms is personal preference. I can take narrow grips and I can still hold the bar. I don't feel a mistake if I take my hands too wide apart. But some people have like the massive shoulder injuries, so they have to take a wide grip to feel comfortable with the bar.
Put it on your
So I'll go with personal preference.
Thank you, mate.
You want the bar to sit, so basically it sits in the back of the rib down to it. A lot of people have the bar really high up and they find it rubs on the little bone on their neck. So just let the bar sit down about an inch. You find the space where you feel more comfortable with the bar.
Nice one. Buddy? This one.
So it's now about 160 kilos. How do you normally train your squats? Like normal sets of 10s, or do you work heavy to 1 rep maxes?
Yeah, both. Five sometimes.
Okay, how do you normally train some sort of build up to 1 rep maxes? Lee mentioned 5 by 5. Does anyone else use that?
3, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1.
Okay, but you've got to bear in mind, when you do these sort of lifts, there's a lot of ways to train, there's a lot of different elements of the lift. One, you need sort of muscular endurance in terms of basically your muscles have to work long enough through the lift to complete 1 rep max. You need speed and explosive power, and also you need to be quite dynamic. So what I'd normally do is train in a 3-week cycle. So your first week, you do high reps. So working anywhere between 70 and 80%, and you just max out as many reps you can manage. Week after that, I'll do more explosive training. So I'll work from 50 to 60%, do like 8 sets of 3, but I'm moving the bar as fast as I physically can move it. So loads of explosive power. And then on week 3, I'll basically work up really, really heavy for a heavy set of 2 or 3, and then keep going around in 3-week cycles. And that way you work lots of different elements of the lifts.
Do you do any supplementary stuff like box squats or?
Yeah, I'll do box squats with resistance bands or chains. So normally I'll do the resistance band and the explosive work. But what you find is, when you go down with the chains or the bands, the weight almost just deloads. And as you stand up, basically you overload the top end of your movement, so that is a good way to train.
Just explain that for those who don't know how you use a band with a squat.
And what you use bands, so basically you loop them like a resistance band. Yeah, we've got those.
Yeah. Just so you know what we're talking about.
So what you do, you get a band like this. What I'll normally do is I'll have the weights slightly here. And then the band just there on the inside of the plate. Then you loop those with like against a dumbbell at the bottom, like make sure the dumbbell's heavy enough so they don't go far enough. Then what happens is the weight gets harder at the top end of the lift. Do you know something what will help you do then is develop explosive power at the bottom of the squat, which everyone lacks, but at the same time the bar will get progressively heavier at the top of the movement. So that's one way you can use bands. Also another way you can use bands is the complete opposite way. So you can attach a band, if you've got something like that one would be ideal, up there, and place it around the bar. So as you go down, the weight becomes lighter, and as you stand up, the weight gets progressively heavier. So that's 2 ways you can use bands. Good way of overloading the movement is normally, a lot of people be quite powerful at the bottom. They get to that middle range of the squat where the bar stalls, and if you're doing heavy lifts, that's when you normally lose it. So both of those methods will help strengthen up that area.
I've seen people hanging kettlebells.
Yeah, you can do that.
That's for stability, isn't it?
It's more stability. If I do that sort of training, which I have done, I don't tend to go too heavy in the bar weight. The simple reason is very, very difficult to control.
Yeah.
But that's another excellent way of training, but I wouldn't do that too early in your training. I'll get to a more advanced level of lifting before you incorporate those methods, because you need a massive amount of core stability. You can also use bands like that. You can do it on the deadlift, you can use them on your bench press, and there's a lot of great exercise you can use the bands for as well. And the good thing about the bands is, where if you use those normal weight, it gets easier at the top of the movement sometimes. A band which makes it progressively harder so you overload the top of the movement. like I said, when you lift heavy weights, just don't take unnecessary risks. So if you use a belt every week and you suddenly forget your belt in training, just don't squat away. Just leave your squats for another day. And if you plan to squat heavy with no belt, what I do is a whole training cycle. So at the beginning of your cycle, you start with a light weight and you build the weights up in a progressive fashion week to week by using no belt. But don't just assume, I've got no belt, I'm just going to go and squat heavy. The chances are, say, 9 times out of 10, you might get away with it. If you do that one time, you don't, and then that's when it's going to cause you problems.
Again?
Yeah, good, 20 again. And next weight will be 200 kilos. Well, you might see the bar flex, but there's no way you'll ever snap one of these bars. So it's not going to snap in your shoulders. As the weight gets progressively heavier, you change the type of bar that you use. The squat bar I use is a little bit longer than this, and slightly thicker, and it's about a 25 kilo bar. But the difference is, this sort of bar will probably cost you, say, 80 to 100 pounds. And the squat bar I use would be anywhere from 550 to 600 pounds. This sort of cost. But it does make quite a big difference in the top weights. Like I said, these bars won't snap, they might bend slightly, but they won't snap. That's 220 kilos again, just short of 500 pounds. My best squat like this, with the belt and no knee wraps, I've done 365 kilos. Belt and knee wraps, I've done 385 kilos.
That's arse to the floor, yeah?
Just breaking parallel, so it's just slightly higher than this. I can go that low, but in powerlifting competitions, you've just got to break parallel. So for me to go another 2 or 3 inches lower than necessary, yeah. I can lift it, but it makes it a little bit harder to lift.
A little bit.
So again, with big weights, you basically do it as easy as you possibly can. Don't struggle if you don't have to. How often do you normally train? My training's probably a little bit different. Most I'll train a week is 3 times a week. Like I said, I'll be training pretty heavy weights all the time. One of the reasons is, one, my nervous system wouldn't be able to take it. So if I overload my nervous system, I'll probably end up having to have a month of training. So I'll cycle my training, and also the pressure on the joints. So I've lifted this weight now since I was about 15, so that's like 22 years. There are no knee pain, no knee injuries, or anything like that. The only injury I've had is just dislocated my elbow and snatch. Apart from that, I know I've got sort of real fast
That hurt.
Sometimes you look at those sort of injuries, I wouldn't necessarily say it hurts, it's just shock kicks in before it hurts. So you go quite pain and pain and all that sort of thing. That's another story. So when you're lifting big weights like that, just don't think of the negative. What you need to do, if you prepare yourself right, before you even touch the bar, you know you'll be able to do that lift. If you haven't done training to do a big lift, all the negative thoughts creep into your mind before you can touch the bar. So if that's the case, that happens to you, you know you haven't done enough training to lift that particular weight. So it's all about preparing your body to do it. If your body's prepared to do it, you do it. If your body's not, then you're basically taking a 50-50 chance the weight goes up or not, or whether you injure yourself or not.
So if you're walking up to a bar and you're thinking, I can't do this, you're better off not actually doing it.
No, not actually doing it. Some days you drop the weight. Okay, drop the weight, just put the work in.
Yeah.
Like I said, I never normally lift 1 rep maxes in training. I'll probably train up to about 90–95%.
Yeah.
But I'll do a lot of work on those sort of weights. So if I do a training cycle and say on the deadlift, my best for a deadlift say is 350 kilos to 5. If I can do 6 or 7 reps, I know I'm stronger. But the thing is, why do I need to test that strength in the gym where it doesn't count for anything, where it doesn't competition platform? Like I said, if I do 2 more reps, I know I'm strong enough to lift a much bigger weight. So I know I'm strong enough to do it, my confidence is high. And also, if you pick a big weight like that on the wrong day with like not enough adrenaline, you might be a little bit flat from work and it don't go up. Your whole week training cycle, if you're sort of weak-minded, will be crushed based on failing that one lift.
Yeah.
So you go into a competition with a negative force.
Yeah.
So it's all about preparing your body and then most importantly, preparing your mind to do it. With CrossFit, again, there's so many different ways of training CrossFit. Sometimes you do some really, really heavy stuff. And if you go onto YouTube, you see some amazing things with CrossFit that are quite incredible. So I think with a facility like this, there's not too many around, so just take full advantage of it. And like I say, you're going to be the chance of the first group of people to use it, and you're going to see the benefits a lot faster than people that come later on. So, like I say, don't waste your time doing other things. Get them to start this and sort of progress with it. I'm not trying to say that, it's just when you see a form of training that works, like if I see a powerlifting training program, now I find it works for me, I'll tell everyone about it. But why use old methods of training and continue to use them when you're not progressive? When you've got these new methods of training available, why not try them and progress yourself faster? A lot of people say, oh, I'll give it another couple of months, I'll try it a couple of months' time. Why, that's 2 months of not progressing in your training, or 2 months of fitness to get improved. So sometimes you've got to look at things like that, and just when new things do come along and people are successful, and try them. Like I said, some ways of training is not for everyone, but you've got to give it a go first to see if it works, and then it's possible to work. If you look in America, it's been around for quite a long time. And the results, and when you see people do that in terms of physiques and stuff like that, if you look particularly women's physiques, incredible for CrossFit. Absolutely incredible.
Why is it taking so long to go over here then?
It's the same as everything in America. We're always lagging behind here a good few years. I think CrossFit's come over here a lot quicker than most other things we've done. One is the popularity, and 2, the results people have got with it. And when you do see amazing results, it's a question of someone having the initiative to see that happening and say, right, I'm going to bring it into the UK. A lot of people normally show fear to do that. If you have the initiative to do it, 1, you're going to help a lot of people, and 2, you're obviously going to benefit from it in other ways. Right, so this is 220 kilos, just shy of 500 pounds.